we talked about the encryption, the first encryption is the base 12 CRIST code encryption. All right, it has 12 Cathara centers. This is what we call the Cathara grid for anybody who might not know. And it's also called the Tree of Life, but that's usually the people who are teaching Metatronic science call it that, and it's shaped differently. The proportions of this are very exacting, and the proportions control everything from how different types of units interact with each other to how much quantum they hold to whether or not they can spark and send backflow sparks back to source. And if they cannot, whatever the creation is that deviates from this pattern for too long will be unable to have living circulation flowing anymore between the manifest state and the source consciousness field in the non-manifest state. What that means is it will become a finite life structure and a finite light structure that will eventually crash and burn within itself. You can't escape from God's source body, but what you can do is end up in black hole fall, which means you will have the ability of your light body will no longer be able to phase, which means no longer spark. It will not be able to send backflow sparks to source, and therefore it will not be able to get quantum replication and regeneration, backflow return sparks from source. So what is happening on this planet right now is this planetary field, but not just this planetary field. A good part of this solar system and this galaxy and this Vecca, which I won't get into that now because that's more Gridmaster stuff, but it's a huge system that is going into the final death throes of its black hole fall. And this has been going on for a very long time, quite a few billions of years actually, and this is the final phase. And we don't all have to join that fall. And that's what the work is about at this point, learning enough about the physics of creation to regenerate the life spark in ourselves. So when that point in time comes, which is called the starfire point, we will be able to ride the currents of the crystal spiral up into ascension, into the Eartha field that is still capable of ascension, of being a natural ascension planet. A natural ascension planet is capable of going back into source for a natural regeneration cycle and popping back out again into manifestation. So we are preparing for that.